Hi, Mikha Das. Hello, everyone. I'm Mikha, your company man, Vtuber with his head in the clouds, since we're always flying planes. We are flying planes today in War Thunder with my lovely companion here.
Hello, my name is Airshow, and I am the aeroplane VTuber, and I've been convinced to play some War Thunder with the HOTAS. I don't want to do it.
Yes, we, as a result of the charity stream goals, I have managed to rope someone else into this awful challenge of playing Air Arcade with a HOTAS. So I've got my pedals, my stick, my throttle, and oh boy, is this awful, because these aircraft handle like UFOs.
I had a go at doing it before we went live, and it really sucks.
Oh boy, it does. Hi, Noodles, welcome. You want me to bark for you? All right. Did that even come through? I think NVIDIA broadcast has been murdering those, so I'm gonna work on getting rid of that. But let's go over to the game screen. We're sitting at like, oh, I'm on the wrong media playlist. Give me a hot second. I try to figure out what window is the right one because I have like 300 up. All right. You ready to go? Ready to rock and roll, Airshow?
Insofar as can be expected.
All right. You got to ready up. I know you don't want to, but you have to. Now, I know okay. You always name your streams Stick and Throttle Torture, but that's this stream.
This is Stick and Throttle Torture. I feel like I'm going to rip my stick straight off the desk.
What are you gonna pop into?
I'm in an FW190A4.
I am in a Corsair. I'm also playing in first person, which is going to make everything even worse.
It makes it so hard. Are you using a track IR?
Yeah, I've got my track IR set up.
Oh my god, it's headache inducing. It's like you're not meant to be able to do it with this much.
It's just crazy, like what kind of bullshit you can do with the rudder.
You can do anything. It's like flying a spaceship. Like back when I used to play Star Wars Squadrons, it reminds me of that, but like even more kind of janky.
Yeah, as I just pull these spaceship maneuvers, yank 10 Gs. Oh, there's a Spitfire coming at me.
Oh, a bomber.
I'm turning like a freaking UFO. Oh, I'm getting shot up, Airshow, help me. Do a reversal. I lost sight of him. Where is he? Where is he?
He's on your 6.
I've got an oil leak.
He's on your 6. I'm coming, but I'm not going to get there in time.
A BF-109 came out of nowhere and shot me.
I'm getting shot at, Mika. I'm just pulling the stick. I don't know what's happening.
Oh god, I don't have a cockpit for the... Oh, I do have a cockpit for the P-47. I was worried there for a second. Ooh, boy. I hadn't hopped into arcade to test this out. I'd only tested out the controls to make sure that they worked.
I don't know if there's a way that you can turn off like the like bank angle resetting back to straight up.
Are you in still like in mouse aim control or simplified controls?
Simplified.
Yeah, that's what I'm in. I don't know. Come on, pull out, pull out, pull out. Ah, shit, it's a Spitfire again. And a B-26. Come on.
Are you locking onto targets so you can use the lead indicator?
Yeah. I've got it set to TMS up.
TMS up. TMS up in arcade battles, Jesus Christ.
I can't hit shit. Ow, ow, his gunner's nailing me. Ah, no!
Mikha, no.
Ah. And we died. Oof.
Get well soon.
I'll do my best. I'll come back as a ghost. All right, F4F, you're my only hope. I find it interesting that the Navy in the U.S. Navy in World War II used decent sights with rings for you to aim with, whereas the Army Air Force said, "Nah, we don't need that."
I think the aiming rings are actually for rockets. I think they're a rocket aiming thing, but I don't actually know. If you're clever, like things like the German Revi gun sight can be used for lead calculations, and they were definitely trained in doing it. But just looking at them, they're not enormously self-explanatory, if that makes sense.
The Russian one in IL-2 is exceptionally useful if you know how to use it.
Isn't it just a circle with a cross?
It's a couple circles, like 2 circles and then a cross.
I always find, have you ever messed with the late model IL-2 gun sights where it's literally just painted on the glass?
No, just painted on the glass. What?
Yeah, so if you're in a late model IL-2, the sight, such as it is just painted onto the front glass, and that might sound dumb, and it kind of is, but it can, if you use it in certain ways, actually act as not only a gun sight but a bomb sight as well. For low level level bombing. That's why, if in fact, when we go back to Hangar, I'll explain, because it's really interesting, and I feel like it's an underappreciated thing. Oh my god! Like I can feel the motion sickness building in my body.
You get motion sickness from this?
You don't?
No.
Oh my piss.
How do I fire my cannon? I didn't bind that, did I? Oh no, wait, it's the pinky button.
I'm dying.
Imagine if you could play arcade with the full real battle sim and make it even worse.
I'm getting in a bomber. That's what I'm doing.
I have not gotten a single kill, and I'm on fire again. Russian bias.
I've gotten a few kills, but I think it's pure luck.
It is incredible how much harder this is.
This sucks. This sucks, and I hate it.
We don't have to do it the whole stream, but I think we got to do it a couple matches maybe.
Definitely. No, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. By win it, I don't know what I mean, but
What are we winning? The
I'm not
best
sure.
masochist award. Ooh, the P38 has a mirror. Excuse me while I experience horrible compression and can't steer.
You got to put out those dive flaps.
I don't have air brakes.
If you're in a P39, you should.
P38. I think the early
P38
variants
rather.
don't have it. I just watched a BF 109 at max speed pull UFO maneuvers.
That's what they're for.
Thank God we're not in like ranked, and this game doesn't have like ranked scores that we care about. Ah. Spitfire is gonna Spitfire. Playing the Spitfire is easy mode in this game.
In arcade, yeah.
All right, my last aircraft, B-25. Will it save me? I'm impressed that this does have a cockpit. Am I just supposed to go in and bomb the enemy base?
I think that's all you can do.
Wish me luck. There are a lot of enemy aircraft. I'm scared, Airshow.
You're scared.
Yes, I am scared. There's a Focke-Wulf 190 here. My P-63, that would be dumb to not dive on me. He is diving on me. Jing!
I just crashed into an airplane and died.
And I died.
Okay, I've got one left.
This is my last aircraft.
Who can say where the rain goes?
I thought this game was bad before, man. All right, Airshow, it's up to you. You have to win this for our team.
Yeah.
You're our only hope,
Yep.
General Kenobi.
You should put your hopes on someone else.
What? I shouldn't put my hopes on your fantastic flying.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
I'm convinced that R2-D2 has just done all of the flying of Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker, because once he becomes Darth Vader and doesn't have R2, he flies like shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're on the yak.
Put your nose on him and kill him! Kill him! Get him!
Oh shit.
F.
Yeah. F4/throttle.
You're missing both of your wings now.
Ah, I see.
I think you could still land.
Yeah, I'll trim it out.
Did you actually bind your trim?
No. That's it. I'm dead.
All right. back to the hangar?
I think that's all we've got. Okay. So, go to the Russian tech tree and then find the IL2M type 3.
Okay.
And just observe that in the hangar. So, the gun sight for the IL2M Type 3 is painted onto the glass of the cockpit. Now, if you look on top of the fuselage just in front of the cockpit, you'll see a number of curved drawn lines with numbers on them.
Uh-huh.
Now, those lines correspond to different altitudes and speeds. So if you line up the horizontal line of the painted on gun sight in the cockpit with the line that, if you're in the cockpit, appears to be straight on the fuselage, and you're going at the right speed and you're at the right altitude, then that means that's where the bomb's going to go if you drop it at that point. So those painted lines on the top of the fuselage are a kind of impromptu bomb site for level bombing in these airframes. It's really cool, actually, how it works. If you ever try it in IL-2, it actually works incredibly well.
Did I ever send you the picture I took of the bomb site used for the Doolittle raids?
No.
So the Norton bomb site was like the best bomb site of the day for the US, but it was too heavy for the Doolittle raids because they had to strip those aircraft down to like as light as possible. Well, at the US Museum of the Air Force, there is a B-25 with its like information that you get about it, and it's like posed for the Doolittle raid. So there's like a section of carrier deck that it's sitting on and whatnot. And then there's a little display with this little piece of metal, and it's like just a bracket with two bolts that bolts into the floor, and then a piece of like angled metal with some notches in it, and it's got some angles that you set it to. It's like, yeah, so this is how you aim the bombs.
That's so cool. I love that sort of shit.
Yeah, it's really simple, and like it's accurate enough because you're as nice as the Norton bomb site is, like garbage in, garbage out, you're not going to have the winds at every elevation. I got a PBM-1 Mariner.
Hell yeah.
I guess we got to fly this now. Research the P-51 next. This is a massive fucking twin engine plane.
The Mariner? Let me see.
It's a seaplane.
Oh, hell yeah. I love seaplanes. Fuck, that thing's huge.
Seaplanes are not a phase. All right. I'm ready to get back into it whenever you are. Or we can stall some more.
No, I'm ready.
If we get sick of this, we can go play some tanks, and I'll quickly bind my HOTAS controls for that.
I am definitely not binding my HOTAS controls for tanks.
I've already got like half of them bound for tanks because I've got my pedals set up for it sometimes.
Mm.
Okay, my bomb load is 12 100-pound bombs. Oh yeah, this aircraft has no armament.
We need to hold it. We've captured most of the strategic zones. Cover me!
Do you think I'll fight better if I fly in third person?
I'm not sure.
Hey there. How's it going? Ah, my engine!
I don't know what I thought would happen.
Oh god, we're gonna die. There's a P-38. Drop all the bombs. He got half my tail. I don't have landing gear. I can't land.
I set him on fire. Oh my god, he hit me.
I'm dead. F. F.
We have most of the zones.
We got beaten by someone using a game controller.
Our victory is
Hell yeah. Isn't that technically what we're doing?
Yes.
In the weirdest possible way, somehow my plane is still flying.
Call me impressed.
I have I have no elevator. I have no ailerons.
Let's just trim it
no
out.
flaps. I have no gear. I'm not entirely sure how I'm flying actually.
the enemy has captured the airfield.
See, all you need is 2 of 3 things to fly. That is guts, speed, and altitude. And as long as you've got the altitude and the guts, you'll fly, right?
Hmm.
Come on, B-25, don't fail me now. Is actually, I wonder, is the B-24 in this game?
I don't even know what that is.
The Liberator? The, like, most common bomber of World War II on the US side?
There's Liberators, yeah. The Mitchell.
Ah!
Is everything going okay?
No, a P-47 absolutely demolished me. Oh, thanks, Twitch, for telling me suddenly my follower goal has been reached. I reached it like
Congratulations.
20 hours ago.
Keep it up. The victory will be ours.
Congratulations on 500. Well deserved, well deserved.
It's a slow and steady race. It was funny because it got to be like noon and I'm just like checking stuff and I see, hey, wait a second, my follower number is at 501. When did this happen? And I find out that it's like, oh yeah, new follower goal reached 15 hours ago. Huh? And apparently I popped into someone's stream for ASMR and then passed out and they shouted me out.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, oh, well then, thanks.
Defend the A point.
We take those. We take those.
Enemy B-25, time to bully it.
I'm gonna shoot at this guy who's landing.
That's not very sportsmanlike.
I got him. Woo! Now the trick is you need to shoot at the planes that aren't flying. Everyone's trying to shoot down the planes that are in the air. No. You want to go for the ones that aren't moving.
You mean that set of MiGs that are parked on the ground over there?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Excellent.
How is this B-25 faster than me? I'm a single-engine fighter.
Leading for landing.
I'm gonna bet that he'll out dogfight me too.
To be fair, you probably weigh more than he does.
Maybe. I ditched my bombs though. I have to get comfortable with pulling stupid maneuvers I would never do in other games.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I have no idea what you could possibly mean.
I got a critical hit. His gunner's hitting me though.
Make him dead. Make him unalive. Kill him. Kill him. Put the nose on him and kill him.
I'm doing my best. I was coming in too fast.
Sounds like my ex.
Kowalski's gonna steal my kill.
No, we only wanted his analysis.
I think this is probably the worst stream idea I've ever had in my life.
Well, they're not all gonna be AAA.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Yay, I'm a winner.
Just the way these aircraft handle does not at all mesh with using a joystick. Oh my god.
The enemy has captured.
I'm not good at aiming with the guns at the best of times with the joystick.
Me neither. Some good gunnery practice then.
This is more like a less gunnery practice, more gunnery getting absolutely shat on.
Leading for landing. Leading for landing.
I've spent so much time just trying to shoot down this one B-25.
Let's keep the pressure on.
It's probably very cinematic.
I don't think so.
Another zone
Thank God my engine doesn't just shit itself by running it at full throttle all the time.
captured. The enemy has captured the airfield. We can't let them keep it.
Guns are rearmed. Airshow, you got a KI-61 diving on you. And enough for you.
No.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I was warned, but it didn't help.
The F4U's coming for blood. Oh no, he's flying away from me. Ah, KI-61. I managed to Cobra maneuver a Spitfire.
Ooh. Hit him with the hammerhead.
Let's keep the pressure on.
I got some hits on him. Come on. Come on, Jug. Stay with me. I got a kill assist.
Oh, did he run into someone?
Maybe.
The enemy has captured the airfield. Move and fast. We captured the airfield. We must not let the enemy
Are you out of aircraft already?
No, I'm flying.
Ah.
Yay, I got one.
Got one what?
Aeroplane, I shot it with my gun.
Whoa.
Nothing like pushing the stick down and there's no consequences. Oh my god, another one. Way.
You've gotten infinitely more kills than me.
This is all of those Star Wars Squadrons hours paying off.
You know, I have that game and I've not even played it once.
Campaign's pretty good if you're a Star Wars fan.
I am a Star Wars fan. I bought it and I'm like, oh man, this will be a great game to stream. And then everybody was like, oh yeah, we're getting copyright struck for the music. And I said, well then.
Really? Did that actually happen?
I don't know. It seemed like people were making a big deal about it.
Never happened to me. No, I played a lot.
Well, who knows? Maybe I'll have to play it then.
I liked it. It's a good game. The multiplayer was really fun before the meta really developed.
Yeah, meta in most games tends to make it not fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I have an unpopular opinion there.
No, I agree with you.
Bombs away! We won, Airshow. Can you believe that? Our team won in spite of us.
We're winners.
Holy shit, you did way better than I did.
It was mostly luck.
Let's see, I do have Airshow's favorite. Oh no, I don't have Airshow's favorite. Oh wait, I do have one of Airshow's favorite planes unlocked. But
It's so funny every time. So it's you wanna hop into Air Realistic in the I-16s?
Air realistic. No, sounds awful. We're killing it today. I think we're the ones getting killed today. I am winning at absolutely nothing. I have a USMC for you. What's the difference? Oh yeah, I see the B-24 there at 5.3. So much higher than the B-17. You ready to rock and roll again?
Mm-hmm.
You're playing the Germans,
Sea Germans.
enjoying those beautiful PF-109s. Every time I fly the BF-109 in aisle 2, I feel dirty because it's way too good.
It's good in the sense that it's like simple. Lots of automation. The controls are just engine power, and it's kind of good at everything else. Whereas to beat it with other aircraft is an experience in like knowing the strengths and not fucking around.
Yeah, it tends to get lauded as like, oh my god, it's so good because it's engine performance, but that's not on its own what makes it great. Like that alone makes it a pretty solid fighter, but there's so much more to it than that. That also makes it stupidly good.
Mm-hmm. Good roll speed, good dive performance.
Turns fairly well because like everyone goes, oh yeah, well the Russians were much better at turning. Well, they're not. They don't beat it by that much.
No, they don't.
I'm like, yeah, if you're a really super phenomenal Russian aircraft pilot, you can eke out a couple more kilometers per hour of speed to keep up by manually adjusting your radiators. But oh my god, does that require a lot of pilot work? I'm diving my bomber into a formation of enemy bombers. And my entire aircraft is shaking. I love smashing on the rudder and turning stupid well.
Isn't that how the rudder works? You use the ailerons to roll, the elevators to go up and down, and you use the rudder to turn left and right.
Sure, let's go with that.
I mean, it just makes sense. It's like the rudder on a boat.
It's interesting reading about how people at first thought airplanes would just fly like boats.
I mean, yeah.
Evasive maneuvers.
One of the interesting things about like really, really early aircraft development is like it took them a while to kind of come up with the idea of an aileron.
Uh-huh.
Like they knew that they had to have something on the wings to deflect air, but like having an aileron to do it wasn't obvious. They tended to bend the whole wing, like they were convinced that the whole wing had to twist.
Yeah. And we're kind of going back to that because that's a little more energy efficient. Come on, USB 2C, you're mine. If he doesn't fly into a mountain, which I'm pretty sure he is. Enemy ground target spotted. Let me just fly inverted over this mountain. I'm sure the FAA approves this maneuver.
If I know anything about the FIA, is that they're fairly lackadaisical when it comes to these sorts of things.
Yeah, as long as you're like Boeing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Airshow, cover me. I'm going in.
Going in what?
In on these pillboxes.
Okay, I have you covered.
Bombs away. I think this pro strat for today is going to be bomber, bomber, bomber. I'm surprised I've been alive this long. No one's come in and said, "Hey, there's a big bomber for me to shoot." You just buzz past me.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me put on a show for you. Ah!
Hey-oh.
Hey, you're trying to get me killed. Ah! I took no damage from that.
I cannot believe that we're not both dead.
I saw your propeller go through my gunner's face, but no damage dealt. Holy crap. Ah, yes, placing bottom of the team every time. I'm doing phenomenal. You know, this would have been a great stream to do for like a sponsored War Thunder stream to show how powerful mouse control is. Oh god, why did I think of that? Damn. Hey War Thunder, if you want to sponsor me, I'm right here.
I think through Stream Elements you can like sign up for one automatically.
Yeah, every once in a while in Stream Elements they get passed around. I haven't gotten one in a while. Show, have you ever read about how bombers were transported to Europe?
Weren't they flown there?
Yeah, they were flown there through a very specific route.
Yeah, via Greenland.
Yeah, like Greenland up to Iceland and everything, and it's a whole crazy route you had to do. And you had pilots whose entire job was to just fly the bombers over.
Sometimes it was women.
Yeah, I believe it was primarily women who did the ferrying.
That was an interesting piece of history about the WAF, the WAFs, during the Second World War, the female pilots of the RAF, and their transportation efforts of Spitfires and combat aircraft throughout England and Europe. They desperately wanted to fight, but they were only allowed to move aircraft around the place, and they had to stop putting ammunition in their guns because they would keep like being like, "Oh, I got lost, and I'm at the front line now."
It's you really can't state enough how badass so many of the women that helped in World War II were.
The Night Witches is such a good story.
Is that like strike witches?
It's the female PO2 pilots, the biplanes, the Russian biplanes. And so, you know, the Po2, the the Russian very light biplane
Yep.
that you can get an IL-2, there was a group of female pilots called the Night Witches, which would fly strike missions at night, bombing frontline targets in those aircraft with light bombs. And one of their favorite tactics was to fly towards their target areas and look for Germans, you know, smoking cigarettes or whatever, and spot them in the night. And they would set themselves up on an attack run and then turn off their engines and glide into the attack. So they made absolutely no noise whatsoever. They would just glide in and drop their bombs and then turn their engines on and fly away as the bombs were exploding. They would, for all intents and purposes, the memoirs about them say that they were terrifying.
I can imagine. Just, you know, you're sitting around and then death comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rose Knife, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. We are playing War Thunder, but we're both using a stick and throttle to fly.
Stick and throttle torture.
Which is why I'm about to stall, because my throttle was at idle. Oops.
Well,
War Suffer, that's what it is right now. Can I land this thing somewhere? God, this thing is just so freaking massive. And it's only got 2 engines, and those engines can't have more than 4,000 horsepower between them. Probably closer to 3,000 if this is an earlier war design.
how much more could you possibly need?
About 3. And I'm carrying like 12 1,000-pound bombs, or 100-pound bombs. I hit the B button, and I don't have air brakes. But it doesn't say no air brakes. The bomb bays on this thing are in the wing roots? Holy crap, that's cool.
It just makes sense.
I mean, it does make sense in some ways. Especially as a seaplane. I am at... Okay, so like 370 is my maximum airspeed. This thing is slow as shit. If anything ever decides to come and shoot at me, I'm gonna die though. Plane was the competition for the Catalina. Well, I think they made the right choice with the Catalina. Because terrifyingly, at least the Catalina can dive bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing so many of these targets.
I'm having quite a relaxing time bombing up here. I just climbed up.
I do not want to try to trust in my high altitude bombing capabilities with such small bombs. Although I'm probably going to get ripped apart by flak. Hello, map. Is there some water I can land on? Enemy aircraft! A Spitfire! It put a huge hole in my side of my aircraft.
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
Hey, Mad Gator, thank you for stopping by. Airshow sent you here. Airshow, what are you doing? Why are you sending people to this crap shoot of a stream? Ow.
Hey, come on.
Caution. Caution.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Mad Gator.
Hello, Gator. How you going?
You know, Airshow, one of these days we got to do more IL-2 shenanigans,
I agree.
multi-crew, and like the bombers and stuff.
Yeah, man. Hop in some A20 Bostons or in IL-2s.
We could do multiplayer, or I could set us up a campaign.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And on the campaign, I think we can either fly separate bombers or we can fly the same bomber together. My wings are vibrating. That means they're happy, right?
Yeah.
Come on, 600 kilometers an hour isn't that fast. Go, engines, go! I got 3 targets destroyed. I missed 1 bomb. Oh, right, I've got guns on this aircraft. And I'm getting shot at. Oh, there goes my flaps. I got, like, triple teamed.
Jealous.
I mean, what? Okay, will I do any better if I pick a P-47 for ground attack?
Depends on what you're attacking.
Everything? I remember when the P-47 used to be just God, because 50 cals would one-hit KO pilots early on in War Thunder.
I mean, you would think that's kind of realistic.
Just a bit.
I dropped 7 tons of bombs.
I saw someone complaining the other day, I think it was on Reddit for IL-2, that it's so unrealistic that US 50 cals will one-hit kill pilots. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking 50 cal. If it hits something, that thing is gone. It'd be like saying, I could survive, I could take a hit of a 20 millimeter cannon to an arm and not lose it. No.
Yeah, I got hit by a 7.7 millimeter round once, and it just left a welt.
Yeah, it's like 22, it just bounces off the skin. Or the joke people like to make of, if someone shot me with the 32 and I found out, I'd be upset.
I'm quite enjoying the bombing.
I think the bombing is probably the way to go in this, because if I'm in a fighter and I get hit, I'm dead. Or if I'm in a fighter and someone comes onto me, I'm dead. If I'm in a fighter and I try to kill something, I'm dead. If I'm in a bomber, I'm going to be dead anyway. So I might as well have some ground attack options. I'm trying to form up on you, Mr. JU-88. But I'm slow as shit in this thing.
I mean, you are flying a boat.
Yeah.
And I'm flying the 1930s sports car of the skies, this thing was. I firmly believe that the Junkers 88 is one of the first true multi-role aircraft.
Did it do jamming? Actually, I think it did,
Weirdly
right?
enough, yes.
So I was like, I was thinking like, there's I think Lancasters that did jamming. I'm sure I thought I heard somewhere that the German Luftwaffe had, it was either Ju-88s or Hu-111s that did radar jamming.
And the Junkers 88 can dive bomb as well. This has dive brakes.
A lot of people seem to misunderstand how easy it is to actually do jamming. Because all you really have to do is you have to have a receiver so you can figure out what your enemy's transmitting on, and then you just have to put out a shitload of power on whatever they're transmitting on. And in the ham radio community, it's often referred that it's much easier to make a jammer than it is to make a functioning radio.
You're a big shot in the ham radio community. Is there
do
a ham
have-
radio VTuber yet?
No, I do have a ham radio license. I think being a ham radio VTuber would probably be a problem, because at least in the US, your ham radio call sign is a publicly available document. So if you give out your call sign, people can look up your full name and your address, which is done to stop ham radio from turning into like 4chan and shit.
But you see, you can lie and not tell people your call sign.
Yeah, you can just not give people your, well, I mean, you could just not give your audience your call sign, but if you're running your radio, you have to give your call sign out.
Who's going to stop you? The radio, please?
Yeah, the FCC, but really all of the old boomers who have way too much time on their hands to triangulate your location. There's like literally people who will just be like, somebody is transmitting without a ham radio license, and they'll spend their day or multiple days triangulating your location and reporting you to the FCC. I think the Spitfire is going to come. Something else is speeding me up. Gunners, do something. Quick, do a tail slide. I can't believe that worked. But I have no elevator. I can control my pitch with throttle, right? Also, hi Razgers, how are you doing? Rip my aircraft. Have your control settings to manually just trim. You can adjust your flaps and pitch and roll. Can you really trim out the loss of your elevators in War Thunder. I have a feeling that hopefully it's smart enough to not allow you to. How's your bombing going, Airshow?
Not well. Going bad, actually.
What are you? A pillbox? I hope you enjoy a 1,000-pound bomb. Oh god, I'm not gonna pull out of this, am I? Oh! Just barely. That was a close one. Yay, teammate saved me. Please don't kill myself with my own bomb. You got it. All right, we got a what, 500-pound bomb for this last one? Somebody's shooting at me and is unhappy. No, leave me alone. The Spitfire VB. Go, combat flaps. Go, Cobra maneuver.
Make it happen. About to show him a little trick I learned.
He overshot me, but he went high. I'm getting so disoriented. Oh, I'm on fire. And I died. Oh, nice. I'm not the worst on our team. This is so much harder than I thought it would be.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
What kind of absolute masochist came up with this idea?
You.
Why is my gunner engaging something I just spawned in? The BF-109 spawn camper. I see War Thunder never bothered to fix their spawn camping problem. Yeah, I fucking hate this. Because there's no counter to it. Guess I just die. Well, I'm still flying. With half a tail. Coming back around for another one? Yeah. We're not going to survive this one. Or we will, because he's just such a shit shot. If I had mouse aim, you would be fucking dead, you piece of shit. Spawn camper. Come on, put your nose on him and shoot him, Airshow.
I'm trying.
I got some hits on him for you.
I hit him, but he's not dying, and it's really hard to look.
Look harder, look harder. There's a B-17 above. Oh, and I placed last. Again. Oof. Guys, is 1 hour enough torture, or do you demand more?
It's not up to me.
I'm asking chat.
No, no.
More. Oh boy. They like our suffering, I think.
Mm.
It also doesn't help that we're both getting a bit tipsy, right?
I'm trolleyed at the moment. I have been since the start.
I've got my beverage here. Hey, this map has water.
I'm putting to the test what happens when you put together two alcohalves.
Alcahalves?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, what happens if you put them together?
Get an alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, two alcohalves make an alcohol. Maybe it wasn't funny.
Perfect aircraft for me. It has no guns on the front. Airshow, you gotta slow down. My wings can't handle this.
Neither can mine, but I'm really just kind of interested to see what happens.
Oh, do you think I should go in for an airfield landing?
I mean, that is the objective.
A boat should work, right?
Technically.
You got a P-51 on you. Bomb spam. Let's go. I'm coming in to help. Gears down. I died. Feel like my aim is a lot better in the first person than the third person.
I'm bad at it in both.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say I was good in either of them. I just said I was better in one than the other. There's a grounded P-51. Ah, somebody else got it before me.
It's a 109.
It's flying like a UFO. I'm gonna crash, aren't I? Yep. Oof. I feel like this would be a lot better at like reserved here. So then we can circle up all the people who don't know how to play.
We could try it.
You want to try it after this one?
Mm-hmm.
Things should also be a lot slower. P-63 on you.
I don't have an engine.
Engine, I hardly know her. I smacked in the ground. I look like I'm suffering. I am suffering, Kita. Hey, Kita, do you want to join us? How is it? It is awful. It is the worst thing I have come up with this year, at least. Why am I in a bomber? What is this going to accomplish? We've got the airfield. Bombs away. Enemy P-47 spotted. I'm diving in. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. They... I'm trying to like set up gun lead shots, and it's just like, oh, he just did a U-turn. Oh, okay, there goes my firing solution. Yeah, 61 on the runway. Uh-oh. Oh, someone got him. DO 217. Let's bully the bomber. Somebody got him. You're barely awake, Kita. Well, if you want to wake up, we're invoiced in the group chat, so you can just pop in and say hey. Enemy P-51.
Mika's hiccuping.
I always have the hiccups. I'm chasing a P-51 off of you. And he smashed himself into the ground. I call that a maneuver kill, and that's my kill. Never mind the P-51 that helped. Please survive long enough for these bombs. You're playing with a stick in arcade. Yeah, that's what the whole thing of this game. We're playing with flight controls in arcade. That's what makes it so painful. All right, Airshow, do you have a reserve team you wanna try to fly in?
Can I go up to 1.3?
Like we can do 1.7 probably, because I've got a team that's 1.7 preset.
All right.
And it consists of 2 Catalinas, a TBF-1C, an SBD-3, a P-36, and a P-26.
Go ahead and queue up, but I'll be back in 1 sec.
You didn't ready up.
Oh, 1 sec.
Oh god, we got into a battle immediately. Go, PBY. Look at these beautiful
Right.
internal cockpit models. Airshow, do you ever regret that you missed the days when people sold PBYs as like mobile homes?
I miss it indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
It's, I don't know, it was just a better time.
It certainly was a better time. I also love reading like the newspaper clippings of like, oh yes, this college fraternity pooled their money together and bought an M4 Sherman, and it is the like villain of the neighborhood because they parked it out in front of their frat house.
Well, that was back in the day where you could just like buy an M1919 surplus for like $300.
You could buy a tank for like 600 back then.
Things were better.
Good times. Funny enough, accounting for inflation, a Sherman costs today about as much as it cost to make back in the 1940s.
How do you mean?
It's because they're so rare, they've gone up in price enough that it keeps with inflation. At least the running ones. I'm getting shot at. Oh no. The HE-112. Well, he sucks at aiming because I just completely like tail slid him. One of my engines just shat itself and I've got oil all over my wings. They'll make me go faster, right? I destroyed an enemy! Holy shit!
Nice.
Oh, I'm on fire. I've lost roll authority. Ah, we're dead. I got shot down by an SPD-3.
Oh no.
I can take an SPD-3 with Browning machine gun pods? Do I have to buy my bombs? What is this? Capitalism?
I got one.
Nice. So flying these naval fighters just reminds me of how excited I am for that was it combat pilot game?
Oh, we're not going to see that for so many years.
I know, it's gonna be so long.
It's going to be so long.
Dive brakes extended. Time to dive bomb. Bombs away. I got 4 hits with 3 bombs.
Nice.
Now I've got someone on my tail. Gunner, save me. The KI-10. Come on, Gunner, it's just a biplane. Shoot him down. Airshow, did you ever hear the story of a gunner on either a Dauntless dive bomber or an Avenger, where they took off, and one of the things that they'd do as soon as they got in the air, the gunner would fire just a short burst from their guns to make sure that everything was working and fine.
Right.
And one time, one of the gunners did it, and the bolt exploded and shot down into his leg,
Right.
and he said nothing. And he just went on for like the entire flight with a chunk of the bolt in his leg, because he's like, if I say something, this pilot's gonna turn this thing around and we're gonna land, and fuck that, we're gonna drop these bombs on the Japanese. And they went through the entire mission and they landed, and the gunner is like, hey, medic, I've got a chunk of bolt from a machine gun in my leg. And the ship's doctor is like, yeah, I would need to do surgery to remove that, and I can't. So we're just going to patch you up, and you're going to keep flying with a piece of bolt in your leg until you get back to the States and can have it surgically removed.
Being the tail gunner in a dive bomber is not my idea of a good time.
Yeah, wouldn't be mine either. But it's still funny to think about of like bombers in the Battle of Midway, especially. The only like successful US torpedo strike in the Battle of Midway was by like a PBY, and it wasn't even really related to the Battle of Midway. It was just during the time of the Battle of Midway, a PBY spotted a Japanese supply aircraft and dropped torpedoes on it and hit, and one went off.
It just makes sense.
So that's just how awful US torpedoes were. It's like a beautiful case study of what not to do in engineering. If I ever find myself as an engineering professor, I am going to force my students to study that and list all the things that went wrong. It's just a list of like the most obvious things you should do in engineering, like, oh, assume a design that worked at one scale will work at another scale. Yeah, no, don't. Oh, put a thing into production without testing it. Yeah, no. Oh, give another company a contract to manufacture a thing and then don't validate their production methods. Yeah, no.
I think I'm good for another 15, 20 minutes, mate.
All right, that sounds good.
Seeing as I am flying in what is basically a French building with engines.
An F222.2.
Well, yeah, I know. It's a recursive aeroplane.
A lot of twos. I got 4 1,000-pound bombs with the name of this base on it. Bombs away! I like how you can hold down space and see your bombs fall. Base destroyed. 18 seconds on my bombs.
Yeah, you've got to take all the other bombs you've got in the back and put them in.
It's just like reloading your torpedoes in a sub.
Mm-hmm.
Bombs away. Next target. Ooh, I'm just in time to see them land. Base damaged. It's not destroyed. Oh, it's destroyed. I'm gonna have my bombs back just in time for this other base. Enemy HE-112 coming in.
No.
Come on, waste gunners, do your thing. I am leaking every manner of fluid this airplane has. Have you ever wondered how many G's a PBY is rated for?
Like, barely one.
That's what my thought is. It doesn't look very sturdy. It does not inspire confidence. I think I just lost my landing gear. I lost my left landing gear. The enemy flak is very upset with me. I've lost both of my elevators and my right wing. All right, let's fly a TBF out.
I just dropped my 52 50-kilogram bombs.
52. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. This thing can hold 52 bombs.
Dear God. And those are like 100-pound bombs. That's quite a lot. 120 probably-ish. I think you got it.
And everything nearby.
Just carpet bombing like a B-52. This is why we needed the B-52 in DCS.
They'll add a B-52 to this. I can't believe the Peacemaker isn't in it yet.
Caution. Caution.
Hey, Patchimus Prime, thank you for the follow. Peacemaker and War
Welcome
Thunder
in.
would be phenomenal. I imagine they probably have at least some trouble because there are all of 2 non-flying examples in existence.
It wouldn't be the first time the War Thunder team just makes shit up.
I would expect that they've probably got more scrutiny since it is a thing that existed and was in pretty extensive service. Versus like a paper plane, you could just make up shit and nobody else can really prove you wrong. Oh, Patchimus Prime, you want to... Oh,
Moe moe.
2-for-1 deal. A BF-109 is shooting at me and has managed to miss every single round despite me not maneuvering at all. Which is incredibly impressive. And now I'm dropping bombs on his base. All your base are belong to us. Somebody set you up the bomb.
God, that's such a classic meme.
Certified classic. I'm impressed how badly it got translated, because that is the days before Google Translate.
So someone had to do it.
Yeah. I'm just laying fire into this SB2 and not hitting it because my gunnery is absolutely shit. And his gunner, I got him? What? What?
Oh, shit.
How? Oh no, I got an HE-112 actually. The guy who shot me down before. And my gunners hit him. I think that makes my grand total of kills like 3. Why is my throttle at 0? Is my engine dead? Imagine not playing air realistic. We didn't want to play a good game mode. Bombs away, bombs away! Go, my Catalina. Air realistic battle with a flight stick would probably actually be fun.
Yeah, that wasn't the idea behind all this.
Yeah, the idea behind this was to not have fun. It was to be painful. And speaking of dumb, painful stream ideas, I have a poll currently on my Twitter. You can go find it there. We're going to be celebrating 500 followers. I have to figure out when exactly I have time to even celebrate that. It's going to be in a couple weeks probably. Okay, rest over what? But we've got a poll of a couple ideas that are awful. ABY is rated for half a G. Well, then how's it fly? Gently. Hey, Airshow, by chance, have you seen the movie Airplane?
I have.
Okay, that's a classic movie. Tons of stupid puns. I love it.
Roger. Huh?
What's your
What's
vector,
the
Victor?
Victor?
How are they gonna land? They don't have any instruments.
All right, shall we do one more?
I'm game for one more. Question? Shoot, Noodles. Black Cat's PBY? I have no clue what you're talking about.
What? You never played that Call of Duty World at War?
Oh, that's the one from World at War where you play the level as the gunner.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I see.
United States Navy Black Cats. No Man Left Behind. Also has the greatest soundtrack of any Call of Duty mission.
I really need to go back and play that. I need to wrangle like 4 people to play Zombies sometime, because Zombies was such a good time.
I never got into it. I tried. I could not do COD Zombies.
Did you try with friends?
I did.
Ah, because it's like really only fun with friends. I think the last time I played it was actually, I think it was Black Ops, and I played it at a convention with randos, because there was an anime convention, and I being a person who actually had a job at that point when I was in college, I would just
What were you
naturally
doing at an anime convention?
What?
Well, you had a job.
Well, I had a job normally, but it was a weekend convention, and we were all in college. We went there as the anime club for our university, and I woke up like well before everyone else because I worked a day job. It was like wake up at 7 a.m. normally. And so I woke up well before everyone else, and it was just not gonna sit around in the hotel room. So I went to the convention, and the game room was open. Didn't shower. That's true. I always shower. Like there were those gross people who just never showered in the anime club, and they were the worst.
Yeah, my bad.
We had a rule in our anime club. Actually, this isn't, unfortunately, we couldn't discriminate about showering too well, but we had a rule that if you wanted to go to a convention and use club funds, because we actually got funding from our university to go to the convention, because most clubs would be like, oh yeah, we would like $1,000 to send 2 people on this trip, all expenses paid. And we would go to the funding board and we'd be like, hi, we would like, enough money to cover 2 hotel rooms, and we're gonna send 14 people. And the funding board would be like, oh yeah, this is absolutely worth every cent we're paying, and do it. But we had a rule that if you wanted to go to the convention and stay in the club's hotel rooms, you had to go at least to 2 social events. So that way we knew you weren't a psychopath. And it worked most of the time. I've got a KI-45 Osu. Clearly they're playing a rhythm game while flying this aircraft. And gunnery, when you're not in the same plane and you have to use rudder, is so awful. Like, I can turn with the guy, but I just cannot hit him for the life of me.
No, I'm getting the same thing. I can't. Aiming is so hard.
Were you ever around for the concept on Star Citizen of... Oh, my engine is dead. They had a trackball flight stick that they were gonna make with Cytec before Cytec got bought out by Logitech.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would work, because the point of that was supposed to be like you're using your stick for maneuvering, but then you use the trackball to aim. I'm coming in for a landing.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where the good idea fairy strikes.
I know
To
there
be
are
honest,
some.
if you're...
I know there are some people who use like I think it's eye tracking and head tracking, or maybe it's just one or the other, to aim their guns in Star Citizen, which is crazy. I'm gonna land short. It's the softest plowing into a hillside landing I've ever made in my life. Hopefully I'm gonna drift close enough to be able to get repaired. Yeah, I'm gonna get repaired in 20 seconds. Oh god, I'm getting shot to hell. Airshow, save me. I'm on fire.
I'm dead.
I only need 10 seconds. Damn it. Oh no, he killed me with 8 seconds left.
No.
And I did so well on that landing, smacking into a hillside. All right, Dauntless Dive Bomber, you're my only hope. We're gonna shoot down this HE-111. You can just ditch our bombs because my crew is rated well enough that we'll reload them super fast. We'll probably have to drop about 6 before we get there. That HE-111's diving? What kind of crazy person would dive in a dive bomber? Excuse me. Ooh, you won. Our team won in spite of us, Airshow. I like how you're placing consistently like 4th, and I'm just in the bottom half of the team.
It's so hard.
I think we've shown who is the superior pilot here.
Yep. It's a race to the bottom.
All right, we're calling it here.
That's it for me, but you're welcome to keep going. Thank you very much for having me.
I think I am gonna call it as well. I might come back with a dumb idea later tonight. I don't know. I gotta decide. Let me bring us back to the talking screen and figure out who we're gonna raid. Do you have any suggestions for who to raid, Airshow?
Let's see. Sebastian Riviere's online.
Ah, he is. And so is Nuff. Nuff is playing more flying stuff. I'll use a randomizer. Positive is Seb. I got a positive, so we're rating Seb.
Nice.
All right, stop raids, raid channel. His name is such a pain in the ass to type into the raid option. And he never pops up because I guess Twitch just hates him. But thank you all for... Yeah, we do love him, even if Twitch hates him. Thank you all for watching. Give Seb a follow. Give Airshow a follow.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for inviting me in your experience.
Thank you for joining me for this terrible, terrible stream idea.
It is what it is.
As I do the wrong shout out command. But give Airshow a follow. Give Seb a nice raid. God, I can't spell. Give Seb a nice raid. I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, for some Flight Sim Sunday. Oh, Seb's rating.
Oh shit.
All right, I guess we're rating another person. Oops. Not enough. Why is he not popping up? He went offline. Why is everybody I want to raid going offline? Okay, Sharklet's still here. She's switching games, it looks like. She's starting a new game, so I think this is a promising raid.
Nice.
All right. Everybody give Shark a nice Mikha raid. I will see you Sunday. Bye-bye.
See ya.